Welcome to Learn Python 3 the Hard Way, exercise 25, more practice. Now, this exercise is going to introduce you to something new. The actual stuff in the code is not that weird or new or different. The only thing that's changed, the only new thing to kind of be introduced to, is the idea that we're going to import this and we're going to work with it. All this stuff is pretty much things you know. There is this one function here, stuff.split. So remember, you can call functions on files. Well, again, if you can do one thing, you can probably do it to another thing in Python. So we can call functions on strings too. So we can call .split, and that calls the function on the stuff string on that line 4 there. That's kind of the only thing that's weird in here. Pop would be another thing. We're not really calling pop on a string, though. It's a list, and we're going to get more into lists later, but just trust the code. The code is working. Just try to get it correct. Now, the thing that's different in this exercise is what we're doing is we're running Python like that, just running it as a shell, okay, as the command line, okay, and then we're going to do import ex25. Right? Now, this is significant. You're not doing import ex25.py, okay? Even though the file is named ex25.py, Python thinks of the file as a module to import, a feature, okay? We're going to learn how to make our own and learn a whole bunch about that. Remember when you did from sys import argv? That's what you're doing. Or when you did import sys argv or just import sys, what you're doing is you're importing a Python script somewhere. Maybe it's named sys.py, but I don't think so. It's most likely some kind of directory. But you're importing some chunk of Python code, and it's loading. So that's what you're learning in this exercise. We have ex25.py, and it has a bunch of functions. Notice none of them are getting run. When we get to the bottom, none of these functions run. We're going to import them the same way you import sys, and we're going to play with them. Now, I'm going to do some shuffling of some things around here. I'm going to pop back over to my exercise, and I'm going to copy paste. Oh no, I'm breaking the rules. But it's going to make it a little easier for me to do the demo. Okay, and I'm going to do new. Oh. There's my paste problem again. Let me try this one more time. There we go. And I'm going to save that. All right. This is all just so I can have a reference that you can look at on the right. Right there. Okay. Now, in theory, this is actually a Python script that would mostly run. But I'm just going to type them in here so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I have import ex25. That's that first line. And then I'm going to do a sentence. Good things come to those who wait. All right, no big deal. And then I'm going to get the words. Now, I'm going to do, in the same way I had sys.argv and the dot is a way to say, get this thing inside that thing. So I want to get break words. You see on the right, let me increase this. Well, hit that key again. A little bit. There we go. See this ex25 break words? I want to get break words inside ex25. Okay. So I'm just going to go ex25 dot break words. And it's a function. Okay, so what happened there? If we pop back to our ex25.py, we're going to go up to here. See the break words? Words split and returned whatever split does. So let's see what that is. So words is a list, and it's basically each word with the space character broken out. So it's similar to the argv that you did. And in fact, here, argv, let's see what argv has. Nothing in it. So you've done a teeny bit of working with lists, and this one we're going to do a little bit more. Now let's try the next thing. Let me see. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, sorted words equals ex25 dot sorted sort words. Okay, and then just type it again. We can see what it is. So this is going to sort things, all, come, good, things, those. Okay, and what we can do is we can say print sorted words. Oh, let's try this out. See what this does. Oh, same thing. Okay, let's do ex25.print first word words. Okay, so that's the first word on the list. So let's check this out. Now, what has words got? Ah, so that print first word seems to remove that first argument. Interesting. So you can continue through with the rest of these. It's all pretty much the same stuff, but there's something I want you to do in this exercise. Okay, so go through and experiment with that, okay? And what you want to do, come back to here once you've sort of like played with that and try to mess with it, okay? And then I want you to go through here and do debug print so that you know what is being called, okay? Go through and do all the debug printing for each function, enter and exit. And specifically, when you get to do print first, print last, make sure you can trace that. Then come back to your Python, right? Do your Python Python shell and do your import ex25 again and play with it one more time so you can see what happens. Once you do all that, you should have a pretty good understanding of how functions are getting called. You could just play with it on your own, or you can follow the script one more time that's in the exercise over here. And that's pretty much it. Do the rest of the exercise from the book, and that should be it for exercise 25. We'll hit exercise 26, and then that will be the middle of the book, and you'll be doing a test. So the test is fairly straightforward. I think once people get to AX25, it's pretty easy for them to do it. Okay, see you then.